of ever dream. It's our Russian Protoss playing with the red probes. Currently teamless. Make some noise for KingCobra.
KingCobra saying he's the god of Crusader Kings 3 right now.
Oh,
so you got to wonder,
okay.
how much did he practice for this match?
Well, you know, here's an idea that you can subscribe to if you want, because I definitely do. I think there's a lot of merit to being able to diversify the kinds of games that you play, because it prevents burnout, right? You don't get too sucked in to one thing. You're still practicing, you're playing, you're just doing it in a different way. So who knows? Maybe KingCobra's gonna pull something out that Reynor's never seen because it's on a game he's never played before. But Reynor's already getting a little cheeky here, throwing down the hatchery in the natural.
Don't worry about it. KingCobra will start to marry Reynor's wife, and then, you know what, he will grow depressed, and suddenly his kingdom will fall apart because he just wasn't quite at the seat of the throne anymore when he was needed. This is the type of stuff you do in Crusaders Kings, right?
I think so. I'm gonna have to trust you as the resident expert on this, but
I'm pretty sure there's all sorts of stuff like that.
I do have to say, this is not going to be anything of major consequence for Reynor. I think Starkiller in the North American scene plays this a lot. So just to delay that Nexus, it kind of forces your opponent into a bit of a weird build. I mean, you're forcing them to get aggressive, and with Reynor, I mean, he might decide that that's exactly how he wants to play. So he's going to run up with these lings and try and get on top of the wall immediately. Is he going to let that finish? He does. That's a bold move.
Yeah, once that group to spread as far as possible, and then it's going to delay the next season further. It's not only delaying the Nexus, right? It's also forcing his opponent right now to make those 2 initial zealots. So that's already 200 minerals first and foremost. He's making a shield battery as well. That's more minerals down the drain. So already kind of Reynor getting his money's worth in that sense. He's making a lot of links there as well, though. That is a little bit surprising to me, but maybe able to get some probes.
Yeah, he's just trying to force out more and more units out of his opponent, because again, he wants to stay aggressive. He wants his opponent to become aggressive, because that means that's less probes that he is able to get mining, so he can take that 2 base advantage and continue to run with it. And it's now going to transfer into some drone making for Reynor as well, as he also starts up his Ling speed. So just getting KingCobra to play a certain style that maybe he might not be entirely comfortable with. And I'm okay with that. Controlling the tempo of the game is absolutely a great strategy to play in StarCraft 2, and anyone would know that and abuse that, it would be Reynor.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. If you feel like you're above, you know what, the punching weights of your opponents, you might as well make the game weird, right? Because that's where your overall superiority in the game kind of starts to show, really. If you avoid, like, for example, if KingCobra wants to go for that second Nexus and then immediately into double Stargate or something like that, already completely off, right? How is he going to do that with this much of an investment into the ground forces right now? There's still 2 Zerglings in his space, Rushy. What's he going to do?
He's going to be distracted. That's what he's going to do. He's going to pull the probes off of the line, which is fine, all things considered, but it's just yet another distraction tactic in Reynor's playbook here. Now, KingCobra is going to get on top of this 3rd base. Reynor will have to cancel that down, but look at all of these Zerglings. One of these moments, Ling speed is going to finish up, and Reynor's going to have a big push on his hands.
Nice surround there, almost a death. I can't believe that drone actually stayed alive as well with this much firepower right there. And he actually got the hatchery to go up again here. And all right, it stays up the 2nd time he uses it. So well done there by Reynor, once again showing the nimble quickness of those young little fingers.
Here comes the major push here for Reynor. He's going to get those Lings up into the wall. Now, there's a Stalker in the wall. That's going to be a lot more durable to hold down. So KingCobra's not going to have any major things to worry about right now. But it's mostly going to be the Adepts that are kind of piling up here. 4 Adepts going to move across the map. But it's air upgrades on the way. Does he even have a Stargate down? Okay, he does have one. And it's going to be a Void Ray. Okay. I mean, we're just going to go into Voids. This is going to go extra Mimi, huh?
I think so, yeah. How many queens do we have? We have 4, so should be more than enough here. I doubt he's going to lose anything much of value, just an overlord here and there, but It's going to be interesting. I haven't really seen too many Protoss going into the Void Ray like this. Even with like the +1 and stuff, you know, really committing to it. We'll have to wait and see how much this is going to do. Oh, there we go. Okay, the Fleet Beacon also gets thrown down. So KingCobra just wants to get himself to that later game tech and then try to win a battle that way. Just having a better, superior army composition.
So I'm imagining also he's going to try and get into those Flux Veins upgrades because with the now, and I got to be careful, proposed or already changed Void Ray changes, because I can't remember if that patch is actually hit or not.
It's it. Those Void Rays, they're very quick right now.
Yeah, so he's going to be able to build those a lot faster. He's going to be able to get the Flux Veins upgrade, which is going to make these bad boys super speedy. But I think Reynor's just going to be prepared for this. He's already into lair tech. He's got a Hydra Den on the ground, and it's already researching the muscular augments. So he's already into that position. But you're absolutely right. He's going to go for carriers. This is bold play here by KingCobra. 2 base carrier. I mean, he's getting his 3rd Nexus down, but I mean, there's not a lot to protect him in the next couple of minutes.
We'll have to wait and see, honestly. I mean, those Void Rays against Hydras, yeah, you're right. That's not going to be fantastic. How many gateways does he have? He has 2. Okay. Yeah, that's rough. This is rough.
Yeah, I mean, this is really, really difficult play for KingCobra. He's got the mineral economy to anchor this down, I guess, but I don't know. I mean, this is pretty bold play. I feel like once Reynor sniffs this out, he's just going to immediately hard shift into aggression. He's going to show up with about 100 supply worth of army, and it's just going to be over.
Definitely should do. Like, he's staying slowly. Well, he's staying on a minimum drone count, right? Where you can kind of be comfortable. 64 right here. It's not that he can throw away his army, but it's not like he's over-droning here or any sense by the imagination. And yeah, look at the amount of Hydras that are still available right now. This is going to be a tough hold. We need to have like the greatest shield battery overcharge right here. And Reynor putting himself in between these bases so he can ping pong between these 2 locations wherever the defense is the strongest. He can just leave behind and go the other way.
Yeah, and I like this. I like this call here. He is going to force all of those units out of the safety of that second base. There are plenty of Hydras here to deal with the Interceptors, but Interceptors getting some good connections, and the Queens actually get brought along to the fight as well. But Reynor's already separated his Hydras down to the bottom hand side, so he's going to have to regroup his army if he wants to engage this efficiently. But I think with the Queens being involved here, transfuses are going to start being used, and now all of a sudden those Interceptors are not going to carry the same value here. KingCobra is playing with a loaded hand right now, and I think Reynor's just going to deal into him.
Yeah, this is a very rough one indeed. I mean, he's trying to kill off those Queens, but the transfuse is just too good for him. And it's not working out. All the Interceptors are dead. They're gone. That 3rd base is gone as well. No way that's going to stay alive. This natural base, I mean, he might have a little bit of a chance. As long as he just holds on a little bit longer. How far are we from the shield battery overcharge? That's going to be crucial. Okay, I mean, does he have energy? He doesn't. Ugh.
It's not going to matter here. GG is called. Yeah. Reynor taking game number 1. Just kind of flexing that strength that he already has shown a lot in this group. So not surprising in any stretch of the imagination. But again, it comes down to that tempo, right? Reynor forced his opponent into playing a style that maybe he wasn't as comfortable going into, or maybe on the flip side of that, playing into a style that, okay, I know you're going to go into that specific tech path based off of what I'm giving you. I can just be prepared for it, show up with a bunch of Hydras and Queens, and just obliterate your army.
Yeah, that was a mighty play there by Reynor. And the nicest thing was as well that if it wasn't really working out, he could always just move backwards. But in the end, great choice bringing those Queens over as well. I'm kind of interested in still seeing exactly when the decision came when he started bringing those Queens over. Was it when he started seeing those carriers? Because, man, that worked out fantastic. Letting those Queens just tank away against those Interceptors. Of course, a lot more beefy than the Hydralisk. And, yeah, nice stuff there overall. Game number 2 is being hosted right now as we speak. It is Pillars of Gold Rushy.
Ooh. So this could be a fun, another fun air map. I'd love to see Reynor go in to some outstanding airplay here. But I mean, his bread and butter usually is kind of staying with the ground army, getting those, getting lurkers out, getting Roach Ravager, Hydra. He just enjoys keeping it simple, Kozan. But you know what? I think that is okay. But could possibly be KingCobra's final match here in the DreamHack Fall group stage. So he'd love to take away just a little bit more money. Again, every single game counts. Every single game won is extra money lining their pockets because of the power of passion of viewers like you. So, and the power of Monster Energy, I think. Right. So we are going to get loaded in here, but thanks everybody so much for watching here. If you haven't, make sure to hit that follow button for the ESL stream. We've got some amazing ESL casts going on today, and we're going to keep you busy. We're going to keep all of the good stuff flowing. Everything's going to be coming down the pipe, and it's largely because of players like this man spawning in the top right-hand corner. Our blue Zerg playing for Clash Gaming, the Italian stallion himself. Give it up for Reynor.
And in the bottom left side, his opponent for today already one game down. Needs to make something happen here. Rather spectacular. Rather a big upset. But anyway, will he be able to do it? Will he be able to just blindside Reynor in some way? That would be the best bet, I suppose, for him to take a victory here. He's the Russian. He's 29 years old. He is KingCobra.
Well, and I mean, Reynor's on track here. He wants to be the first player in the European group stage to not drop a map. I would be willing to believe that he's probably not going to be the only one. Both Serral and Hero Marine are currently on track to do that as well. And my guess is that they're both going to complete. Serral for sure. I think Serral's also doing the same thing as Reynor, playing the last place in his group today. I think Hero Marine, who's Hero Marine going up against today? Are you able to see that briefly?
Yes, I am. Hero Marine is going up against Marine Lords.
Okay,
I believe Hero Marine and Elaser are still fighting for the first place position in their group. So if Hero Marine loses 0-2 and Elaser or something wins 2-0, I think there might still be a little bit of a wonky thing.
Okay, we're going to have to talk about this here, Kozan, because we've got a little bit of a delayed cannon. Well, I mean, we could just like look at Reynor's main base. Wow, he's building a spawning pool. This is really nice. But I think the people want to see it. They want to see the cannon rush.
It's happening. I mean, Reynor really committing here to a defense, trying to break down that pylon. I don't think it's going to work anymore, but also that probe, of course, now a little bit stuck behind the pylons. Okay, Spine Collar goes down as well. Does still get on top of this. Look at the surface area.
I was going to say, look at how much surface area. He I think he almost could have snuck that probe on the backside there, but the cannon is going to be allowed to finish, and I think it's going to deal just enough damage to allow the second cannon to finish up, and this now becomes a bit of a problem for Reynor, but he's going to have to target fire these lings. There's way too many lings now at this point, so I think KingCobra is in a rough spot.
How did he only lose 4 workers there? That looked like suicide to me, and now he's fine. Okay, he lost 5. The probe apparently got another one. Yeah. Oh, but look at this sick.
But look at this sick damage he's doing right here. KingCobra's blocking that leftmost mineral patch. Reynor's only going to have 94% efficiency on this. I mean, it's pretty much game over for Reynor. He might as well just tap out and go to game 3.
Yeah, it's just a rough one. The Zergling's now walking into the front door. There is a Stalker, so I mean, that was a big investment, though. Those cannons and those pylons.
I mean, it was a good attempt by KingCobra. I love the commitment to it. I think he had the right idea. It's just unfortunate against a player like Reynor's caliber that he's just able to deal with it so well, and even manages to grab 2 probes on the backside of those lings. So somehow even managing to get more damage dealt to his opponent. And KingCobra is going to be able to transition here, but it's going to be Reynor getting out to a third base really, really quick. And once again, I think we're going to find ourselves kind of same song, just different verse, with Reynor going to explode against his opponent and just get out ahead.
Yeah. You can kind of make the point, I suppose, that KingCobra now the one that was disrupting the game flow overall. But I don't think Reynor really minds too much, right? I think he's going to be feeling pretty comfortable still, regardless. And I'm still perplexed. I'm still like, my jaw is still hanging on the ground right now, gathering dust, thinking about how did that work out for him that well. That was a full pylon wall of. There were 2 cannons behind it. It doesn't go in my games like that.
Right? I'm going to probably spend a lot of time researching that particular game just to try and learn how do I play like Reynor? How do I play like Serral? And I think we're going to be spending a lot of time with that, Kozan. But we do have a point of order here. So we made a mention about Serral, Reynor, and Hero Marine all trying to go for the perfect sweep in this group stage. And I guess I was thinking series. But some lovely people in the chat reminded us that Hero Marine has actually dropped 2 maps in the portion of this series. So it's just going to come down to Serral and Reynor. Again, big surprise for who can get out of this group 100% clean. And I just wanted to make sure that I corrected that for the record, because I'm a man of my word. I like to try and be as accurate as I can, and I appreciate chat being really, really responsible and keeping me honest. So thank you also, Kozan, for being the amazing person you are. As KingCobra is going to come up here and tickle one of those drones.
You're welcome. I'm not quite sure what I did, but thank you. That's nice. Anyway, what else is happening here?
We do have a Twilight Council going down.
Yeah,
So he's not going to try and get to meet me this game.
Oh! I think I know what's happening here.
Yeah,
Adept
lay it on me.
Glaives. He's going for the Stargate opening and then the Adept Glaives. So he wants to first and foremost go for like a little bit of a distraction for us, right? The Stargate opening makes you feel safe, makes you feel secure, like you're in a tight, neat little blanket, and then all of a sudden your blanket fort rumbles open because there's Adepts crushing down your dream house.
Yeah, but you know that happens to you and me, and that happens to the casual Master 3, Master 2 on the ladder. But that doesn't happen to Reynor, Kozan. I mean, we want to believe. We want to see KingCobra be successful here. I think he's going to have to get up a lot earlier than this to try and pull a fast one. He's going to take a 3rd base, so not in a bad position. And for what it's worth, Reynor has not gone into roaches. He is going into upgraded Zerglings and Banelings. So if this were to have a chance to work, Reynor's giving KingCobra the opportunity here. It's a matter of whether or not KingCobra can sense that this is coming, but it's going to show up at his base a lot faster than I think he was expecting. Big swell of Zergling's going to line up with the timing of +1 melee attack, and it's almost perfect. He does have a Stalker in the wall. There is a shield battery, so that is going to get fended off for now. That should give KingCobra the indication that he needs, but again, look at that supply difference, 101 to 82. I don't even know if having the advantage here of Adepts over Zerglings is going to be enough, Kozan.
It might be. He's getting the Templar Archives as well, so that's going to help out a ton against this army composition of Reynor. Another thing, of course, we have to keep in mind is that this used to be the way to counter the Adepts, right? Before we figured out that you just make a swell of links and then you go into roaches. This used to be how people tried to deal with it, and people did deal with it. I mean, I still believe that. Oh my goodness! All right, well, that's not a good enough spread. That's not enough. No, oh dear. Oh, he's going for Storm as well right now. I thought he was just going to go for Archons, but well, you had to guess for it. Imagine just having like 3 Archons here right now, with those Adepts intermingled.
I mean, I don't even think Cobra was even looking at it, unfortunately. He just was kind of off in a different part of the map. Reynor just going to swarm. He's going to take his final win and get out of Group A. Flawless. GG, well played.
What you going to do?